Hey everybody, welcome to the 188th episode of Super Joystick Radio, a weekly gathering of friends here to talk about all things video games. My name is Andy Halder, and I'm joined by one of my favorite party members, Justin D.
What up?
Nice. That's new. Today we'll be discussing the latest Nintendo Indie World Showcase. From procedurally generated road trips to 90s arcade beat-em-ups, we'll highlight our favorite games announced during the presentation, but first, what have we been playing? Justin, you want to take us off?
Yeah, for sure. So, we got little Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Woo-wee.
So this was... Yeah, so I, after watching your Command & Conquer, I couldn't help myself. I had to jump back into the RTS. It's nostalgia, like the first computer I ever owned had that on there. I had to play it, so I picked
Not
it
the
up.
remastered version, though.
Right, correct. Yes, no,
Or
that
Reforged.
remaster. Yeah, the Reforged one came out here in January of 2020, so last year. It unfortunately was a commercial fucking flop. Like it's crazy. I guess Blizzard like severely overpromised and then wildly underdelivered, and then they were like, "All right, that's what you get." I guess they worked on some patches to kind of like bring it to better standing or whatever, but it just like they burned the community. Like they were wanting like it just to be kind of like an up-resed version of the game and leave everything the way that it is and make matchmaking better and just more user friendly in the sense that like what was good back in 99 and 2000 update that 20 years, give us a better kind of player experience. So
it looks pretty darn good. I'm seeing here in the
it's
footage.
Great. Yeah, this is the story though, so I don't know like how janky how janky it is when you get step into like a matchmaking or something like that, like how you play randos and stuff. So
yeah,
I only actually ever played story back in the day anyway,
yeah.
so I never
Who cares?
I never bothered. Yeah, right. What's up, Tyler? Hey, good to see you, buddy. Hey, congrats on that fucking baby boy.
Woo!
Yeah, woo!
Yes.
New father. Yeah, new father. That's right.
Join the dad club.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I love the game. It comes with the original game. It comes with the expansion. So, it was $30, so I couldn't beat it.
Not
and
bad.
It's fun to play. It gives you a little bit more history. With Warcraft and that lore and everything. So, but yeah, no, like I said, this was a commercial flop. This game got ripped apart by critics, and fans alike.
Do you think that had something to do with the expectations?
I think maybe the expectations really shot them in the foot. I really feel like they should have done a better job at like being completely transparent about what people were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, it wasn't like they charged you a full $60 for that remaster or anything like that. Like you got it for $30. I would, love to see, because I guess the idea was fans were like, oh, we want you to make the game, but we don't want you to really fuck with it. Like, so and then they didn't, they kept it, as back to the original as possible with just upgraded graphics. And like I said to myself, I like it for the story. They didn't really mess with the story, but I guess it's just the multiplayer. So
that was the big gripe.
This scratches the itch for me. Like I like it, and I'm playing it a little bit more here and there when I get some free time. But like I said, on Metacritic, this had a score of 0.5 out of 10.
That sounds like review bombs to me.
Oh god, it was so bad. Like I guess 14,000 different users within a few days like scored it like seriously just all zeros. I didn't even think they could score it a zero, but.
That sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me.
Yeah, they ripped it apart. I don't know if it was bots. I don't know what it was, but man,
that's
the one
crazy.
thing that I have a love-hate relationship with the voices in the game too, because every time you click on a trip, they're always like, "What you want me to do?" Or yes, work. Yeah.
You were sending me and Shred some tests of voices. You were practicing your impressions.
I am trying, I'd love to get into like voice acting. That would be pretty cool. But
if you're hiring, if you're listening and hiring, we both want that.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. But again, it's a love-hate relationship with that, because every time you clicked on a unit, whether you wanted them to do something or move, they would say something, and they only had like 3 or 4 lines, and so it got old very fast. So, but anyways, I'd love to play with other people, so feel free and drop us a line in Discord, and I will show you that I'm awful at RTS. I'm super indecisive. I'll sit there for like a couple minutes. It's like I try to play chess with this, but like you have to be quicker than that. Like it's more reactionary than it is like trying to think 20 moves ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not good either. So if you want to kick Justin's ass, get on, get on the Discord channel and schedule that.
It's true, Tyler. I am a warrior. I only think one way. I'm not very strategic-y. So then I played Overwatch. So it was a very Blizzard heavy week for me. So yes, we stayed Overwatch because they got the archives event going on. So I just wanted to get the skins that they're throwing out for these events. And this week is the Zenyatta skin. He looks like he's an underwater like scuba diver, like like at the bottom of your fish tank, probably like the cliche scuba guy from like the
Scuba
20s.
Steve.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the skin
Big
for
Daddy,
Zenyatta,
right?
which Big Daddy.
Or wait, no, is that might be that other Adam Sandler movie? Now I can't think.
No, it's Big Daddy.
Is it?
Yeah, because and he covers
Scuba
all the
Steve.
Right, Scuba Steve. Hippopotamus. Damn you! You give him the easy ones.
Nice.
Yeah, but this one took about an hour or so just doing the same mission 5 times. So right now they've got an event going on for this week where it's the retribution of the 3 titles, which is the like the middle one of the 2 that they came out with. So with this one, you've got the 4 characters you're selected as, and they're kind of like the covert ops kind of people. And then one of the guys, the guy I'm playing, decides to like shoot the bad guy. And you're not supposed to, like, you're like the good guys, you're Batman, you're not supposed to shoot the the evil criminal guy and kill him. Yeah, exactly. But I did, and so I get myself and my team in a lot of hot water here, and I love playing Reaper. So anyways, this is actually an expert run. So this is me. I wanted to try a higher difficulty, so I got in there and I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to try it out here and see how challenging, that would be. And it turned out to be pretty goddamn challenging. I'm actually, so there's 4 rankings. There's a normal, which is like a fucking cakewalk. Literally, like you could fall asleep and play it and beat, complete it easy. Then there's hard, which isn't too terrible. I think it really depends upon the level that you're playing, because when you have the bosses that can just really fuck your day.
Yeah,
this one's not too bad. But then I went with expert, and then there's even a legendary on top of that. So I'm interested to see. I want to try to do the legendary at least once this year. But
wait, so is this like a raid kind of thing?
Kind of. This is what Overwatch 2 will be.
Okay, cool. So
so this is all the PvE stuff.
Oh, okay. I totally didn't put that together.
Yeah, so there's only this only happens every year, and it's for 3 weeks out of the year, which sucks because it's not, it's something that I wish would just be like it would be an event that was like year round, or like there were more missions or whatever. Right. Exactly.
But it is, right? Because like you said, that's going to be a big component of Overwatch 2.
Oh, that's like pretty much going to be the main component. That's the whole reason they made Overwatch 2, is they could have kept on doing Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
And then just kept adding more maps or whatever like that, or objectives or different types of play style. But yeah, no, they're going to be adding like missions like this. They have over like I think 100 missions they've designed.
That's awesome.
For Overwatch 2 specifically, that will mirror kind of like a PvE kind of experience, where they'll either group you together with people like that fit the story, and then they'll open it up to you to play like different characters. So like where you don't have to feel pigeoned to just playing the one boom headshot.
That's totally my jam too. Like that's why I don't really play Overwatch, because I'm not really into I'm not hyper competitive, so I don't. In fact, I kind of shy away from it just because it's a lot of work to be good enough to compete and to have fun, in my opinion. So to me, it's like that's too much stress. I don't have that much time, and I don't want to put that much time into one game usually. So the fact that they're going to have the PvE, I've said this before, so I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but that's totally, I like the PvE thing. It's like Destiny and all these co-op shooters and looter shooters and stuff. So I'm excited. I was kind of surprised they didn't have that from the beginning, but.
Yeah, I think they were just kind of trying to test the waters.
Yeah, well, they probably didn't want to spread themselves too thin, and there was a lot of other people doing that at the time, like Destiny and stuff like that. So this was kind of like a niche where they could be like, all right, well, we'll just focus on multiplayer and we can really nail this. And they did. So because they're huge.
Hugely successful. I mean, the Overwatch League is crazy. Anyway, so in this mission here, no, it's all good.
Side tangent.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Kind of why we're here, I guess,
right? So, but yeah, no, this one, like I said, I did 2 runs on Expert, and the first one didn't go so well because within the first 3 minutes, everyone dropped. Like, so it's not too long of a queue, but it is kind of annoying when people just give up like right away within within a couple minutes. And even in this one, when I first died, and then also the Genji died, which is the ninja character, he the McCree character, which plays like sort of the like the lone Western kind of
the gunslinger,
gunman. Yeah, the gunslinger. Thank you.
That's the word I was looking for.
The gunman.
the
guy with the gun. The 6-shooter, right? Yeah. So, anyways, so these are kind of like little mini bosses too. Like that's like an assassin. Yeah, and this one almost probably killed us. Like this probably should have ended our run because we were not very good with the assassin. Because one of the things that the gunslinger McCree he has like an ability to stun enemies for like with a quick like flashbang or whatever like that, and so he can like stop the assassin from just murdering your face.
Oh man,
yeah,
brutal.
Because this thing, you'll see him like just boom, 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 and just eats me alive. Yeah,
crazy.
That's fun. Yeah, I know. So, but anyways, so I died a lot in this, but we still made it through. I ended up actually having the highest amount of kills and most damage done, but I also had the most damage done to me. So I was out there, slinging my
being a
shotgun,
warrior,
but yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Got out of it. But anyways, so next week is the Mercy skin. So I never play Mercy, but it's a free skin that doesn't come around for a full year. So I figure it's super easy just to get. So I might as well just jump in and play and enjoy it and, bounce. And I probably get that within about an hour or so. So here's, fingers crossed, that I get the Zarya skin, because the Zarya skin out of the 5 that they released as the legendary for this event is hands down my favorite. Plus, I play Zarya; she's one of my mains, so I don't want to spend the 300 credits for her because it takes a long time to like build up that amount of volume, like of money wise in the game. Because I've got like 4,500, and spending $3,000 on it is like
that
sucks.
That's most of your money.
It's most of my money. So yeah, it's been what's going on, Power? Good to see you in the chat today, buddy. But yeah, no, and so if you play Overwatch and you play on PlayStation, hit me up. I want to hit that, get that this week. So love to try out Legendary with some people from the Discord. So let's do this. So what have you been playing, buddy?
Very nice. So I have been playing Jurassic World Evolution.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It is very fun. I got really addicted to it, actually. So it's a construction management sim where you get to build your own Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I have some video of it here while I talk about it. But so like many park sims that have come before it, but there are a few twists, which I'll get to in a little bit. And of course, dinosaurs, which make it awesome. It's completely just stunningly gorgeous, like the trees and the water and the dinosaurs, and like even the people are like fairly detailed, and it's just crazy. You can like move the camera in any direction. You can zoom in super far to the point where like you can see. It's really cool when you zoom into buildings because you can see all the little details, like the stairways and like the lines in the parking lot.
That's so detailed.
Yeah, it's crazy. And when you're building a building, I'm not sure if I have this in my notes later, but and hopefully you'll see it on the video here. But when you're building a building, you actually can. It does like a time lapse thing, so it builds like super fast. But you can see all these little changes that are occurring in like machinery that they bring out, like cherry pickers and stuff like that. They move around.
Nice.
And you can see like pallets of like materials that they're using to build the buildings and stuff. It's just super detailed and cool.
That's very interesting. Even based upon where you're like putting it, as I'm watching the video, like it changes the cost of it. Like the build cost is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
depending
so
on where
they have like floodlights in there, and they've got like cherry pickers or whatever those things are called, where they like zoom up and down.
Yeah.
So this is just a restroom that I'm showing in the video here right now, so it's not super exciting. But like if you're building a bigger, more intricate building, there's more to look at. But
everyone's got to pee.
Yeah, but like you can see the people are detailed, and it's. The dinosaurs you'll see in the video too just look stunning. So anyways, very cool, very gorgeous. They start you on a tutorial island so that you can learn the ropes, which is to be expected.
Right.
The tutorials are pretty easy, but they're also not like too handholdy. I feel like they did a good job of balancing like teaching you things without just making it feel like you're doing all this crap. And you can kind of decide which direction you want to go. So it's not like, okay, I know in a lot of, this is not an RTS. It's, a building and park management sim, but there are some similarities. And a lot of times with like an RTS, they'll be like, okay, we're going to show you how to do these couple of things in this level. And then the next level, we're going to show you how to do these couple of things. And then eventually, how to build everything in the base and, all the different units and all that kind of stuff. Well, in here, they do that with contracts and missions. So there's like 3 major contracts that you can get where basically they'll offer you contracts like, hey, if you do this job for me, then you get paid X amount of dollars, and you also build reputation with those different groups. And so I forget exactly what they are, but it's like technology, entertainment, and security, I think, or something like that. So basically, like you can kind of mold how you want the tutorial to be. Like if you want to move more in the direction of security or you want to move more into the direction of entertainment. Of course, neglecting those other contracts completely will result in terrible things, as this is a dinosaur park, so you do need things like security and, stuff like that.
Right. You need them dinosaur wranglers.
Yeah. Bingo. Dino DNA.
Is there any I just really got to ask this question because it's burning in my soul. Is there any Jeff Goldblum?
Hell yeah, he does voiceover in the game. It's amazing.
Yes.
And if it's not really him, it's someone that's really good at impersonating him, but I'm pretty sure it's him.
We got Power was asking what was this on? Is this? I thought you said you played this on Xbox, right?
Oh, I did. Yeah, sorry, my notes are over the chat, so I didn't see you there. Yeah, I've been playing it on Xbox Series X, and it's, actually, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but I was running into some stuttering issues and stuff last night when I was zooming in and out and moving around, like panning around, which I was I was really annoyed about because I'm like, this is the fucking Series X, like, let's go, come on.
Right.
So I feel like it's probably a software issue more than a hardware issue. But
I mean, when I'm watching this gameplay right now, it looks pretty solid, and then like
disgustingly smooth, right?
It's so good. It's like butter.
Yeah. So it's awesome. So I just created. Well, hold on, I'll get there in a second. All right, we're getting ahead of myself here. I'm really excited about this game. Like I really, really didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but it's really addicting. All right, so the tutorial island. I talked all about how that tutorial thing worked. So then after you move on. After you get your tutorial island to a certain star level, it unlocks another island that you can go to, and then that keeps happening. So I think there's like 5 different islands or something. And the cool thing about this is that they're not just different like landscapes with different setups and things like that. They actually have different attributes. Like here's a raptor and Dilophosaur battle.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I was gonna say, do they get along well together?
Nope.
Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know exactly what dinosaurs you can keep with each other, but pretty much any meat eaters don't like to be in the same area. So you got to pretty much separate all those, and then pretty much all the herbivores you can, most of them you can have in their own area.
Nice.
Anyways, back to the islands. So there's different scenarios for different islands and different attributes of the island. So you might, I think the second island is like one where there's a ton of tropical storms, and it's been kind of like run down, so you have to go in and fix up the island and make it secure again, and then build it up to be a successful park. And then there's another one that is what is the other one? There's another one where there's like a bunch of sick dinosaurs or something like that, and you have to, heal them. There's just a bunch of cool little scenarios. So it's different when you move to these different islands. It's not like you're just, I feel like in like SimCity 2000 or something like that, you would just go into an area, you could like generate the map or whatever, and it would just be a different like variation. But here, there's a lot of variation and reasons to play the other islands, and they have monorails, which is cool.
That's super cool.
It took me a while to get the monorail going.
Now, have you ever had a park breach?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh really?
Yeah. So the dinosaurs have attributes that you might have seen on the video here, and you basically have to keep them happy, fed, socially, like, happy, I guess. Like, so there's and they have levels of like they need, or they want to be in an environment that has certain levels of trees and water and plains and like all these other things. So you can do landscaping in this too. So you can like take out trees or put in water or make hills and valleys, and it's really it's really
super
there's
detailed.
A lot of stuff you can do. But you have to tailor the environment to these animals, or they'll get uncomfortable. And if they get uncomfortable, they get mad. And if they get mad, if they're big enough, they will attack the fences. And so then when they attack the fences, they break, obviously.
Right.
And then you have to fix them. So
nice.
Yeah.
I kind of would just build this just to like let the dinosaurs take over, and then like try to like
I've done that. Well, that's why I put those Dilophosaurs in the raptor cage.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see. I figured they wouldn't get along, but I wanted to see what the fight would look like.
Yeah.
And the raptors did win.
Nice. As they should.
Yeah. So let's see. There's this incubating mechanic too. That's pretty cool. So basically, you incubate dinos in these incubation centers, and you can. Basically, you have to get new dinosaurs and be able to breed them. You have to have them at 50% genome efficiency or something.
Nice.
And so what you do for that is there's another mechanic, which is the expeditions, and you can send out a helicopter team to like other parts of the world to, and it's just like a dot on the map, and you're like, send them over here, and then you wait 5 minutes or whatever. And they come back with fossils, and then you mine those fossils, which again is just a press of a button. And then that gives you more genome percentages for dinosaurs that you have in your park.
Nice.
So, so basically you have to keep upgrading your dinosaurs. You can you can incubate a dinosaur at 50% genome, but that means they're 50% likely to die, like when you're trying to create them.
Right.
So the higher that is, not only you get a better dinosaur, but the chances of it surviving is much better also. So you just keep doing the expeditions and stuff until you, get them up to like 70, 80%.
Nice.
There's also like genes that you can introduce, and you can like research them and stuff. So you can customize all these dinosaurs.
When you make a mutant dinosaur?
Well, I haven't seen that, but basically like the gene splicing will like let you increase certain attributes. Like they might make them more aggressive, or make them more docile, or give them better resilience to like other to attacks and things like that. So I don't really use them that much because it also hurts their genome rating. So like they're more likely to die if you're splicing their genes.
Gotcha.
So
they're not purebreds. Right.
So, but then there's some other stuff that doesn't give you any penalties, like colors and stuff. So that's kind of cool. You can like change the colors of the dinos that you're creating and everything.
Clever girl.
We have a T-Rex. I love quoting Jurassic Park. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, it's so good.
That was the end of my stream.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
did you ever run into a situation where a T-Rex got loose and then they decided to destroy a bathroom and then eat the guy that was on the toilet?
The lawyer?
Yeah.
No, actually,
all it's good for.
the this might not surprise you, but the T-Rex is like the crown jewel of the game. Yeah. So like you don't get it until I haven't made it far enough to unlock the T-Rex yet. I just recently got the Velociraptors and the Dilophosaur, which are super cool. So
nice.
yeah.
Now, I was going to ask, would you say that this is a pretty educational game to a degree? I mean, like introducing you to a ton of dinosaurs?
Oh yeah, for
Because you
sure.
were saying like some different dinosaurs that I've never heard of their names.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, didn't I only say like Velociraptor and Dilophosaur?
Yeah, I've never heard of Dilophosaur.
Yeah, it's in Jurassic Park. It's the one.
I know
with
yeah, right. That spits like venomous poison, but I never knew its name.
Oh, okay. You never read the book? The Jurassic Park book is amazing.
Isn't that by Michael Crichton or something?
Mm-hmm. The one and only.
Yes. I read a lot of good books, but I never read any of his books.
Well, I would say I would highly recommend that if you like books, which I don't really, but I really enjoyed Jurassic Park. I hate books. You can't even play them.
Right. I can't stick them in my console.
Speaking of playing, though, so one thing I do want to touch on with the game, and then we can get moving, is the gameplay mechanics. So normally with a park sim like this, I would expect to play it with like a mouse and keyboard, and I wouldn't want to play a game like this on a console generally, like Halo Wars and stuff like that. Not a huge fan. Those are more RTS, I guess, so you have to like select multiple units and things. Here you don't really do that, but I'll say like they did a really good job with the controller.
That's awesome.
Really easy to navigate the menus, and like there's hotkeys all over. So like if you want to get to, I skipped a bunch of notes because we just kind of like, but I've been talking about this for a long time. So yeah, but I didn't get to this cool part about the game where you can create rangers, which are like, they have Jeeps and they go out to like vaccinate sick dinosaurs and fix fences and maintenance, things like that, and like refill food stations and things. And you can actually assume the role of the driver in the car, so you can like drive around your park.
What?
Yeah, in the car.
So cool.
Yeah, and not only that, but you can actually like shoot dinosaurs with like the dart, like the vaccination darts and stuff like that. And you can like refill the food stations and stuff from the third person perspective, like while you're driving the car. Yeah, it's really cool. And then there's also a helicopter that you can fly, and that has a
I saw you fly the helicopter. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then that has a tranquilizer gun that you use. That's how you get dinosaurs who have escaped who have broken through the fence and running amok, which they will chase people all over the place. It's hilarious. I've not had a carnivore escape.
Okay, that's good.
I've only had like these crazy, like I don't even know what they're called, but the short dinosaurs are like the big rocky tails. Like they're very temperamental,
flatheads or whatever like that. Yeah,
they're very temperamental, and they keep breaking out of my enclosure. So they would like chase people down. I keep getting off on these other tangents. There's also there's also a shelter that you can build. So if that happens, you can you can open the shelter and it like sounds an alarm. It's like, wah, wah, and then all the people like run to the shelter to like get in until you capture the dinosaur.
Mass panic.
Yeah. It's hilarious. And people are just like, they're running around all over the place.
Right.
It's great.
It's one of the ranger kind of people.
Yeah, just cool. There's so many things that you can do. The analog stick feels really good when you're moving around the camera, when you're placing objects and buildings and things like that.
Nice.
It's on Game Pass, so if you have Xbox and you have Game Pass, try it out. But if you don't have it, I would say try to check out Jurassic World Evolution anyways, because it does have a 9 out of 10 on Steam, and 97% of Google users like it.
Damn, that's near everybody.
It's almost all of them.
All the peoples.
Yeah. Anyways, check it out. Jurassic World Evolution. You will like it. Woo! All right. Nintendo Indie World Showcase.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
So good. So, hold on. I got to scroll my notes here. There we go. Some of these games have been out for a few years, obviously, with the Switch. That's a big... Dan would always say that, where, what game's getting re-released on Switch this week?
Right.
But, it's true, and we like collections on Switch. That's a good thing.
Right.
But some of these are all new. So a new game on Switch. So let's get right into it. We got some video here too. So this, if you are listening to the audio only version of this podcast, you might want to heavily consider jumping on YouTube and checking this out, because we're going to actually be able to see these games instead of just talking about them. So what's the first one we have here, Justin?
So we had Road 96, which is by Digix Art. This is actually a really cool game. So it's a procedurally generated adventure.
Yes.
That looks like it is like thousands, like literally when they're going through the trailer, like they're right now they're at 21,000 like version, like the 20 now they're at 48
like result or whatever, or ending or whatever.
Crazy. Like there's so many. Well, I think it's just like, how you go about these decisions and what you choose to do will obviously decide, what storyline you play through.
Yeah, which is amazing. Does it sound overly ambitious to you? Because it's
overly ambitious.
I don't see how they could possibly pull it off. But
right now it looks like they're almost at 100,000 different versions of the game.
148,000 it says.
Yeah, right there. That's different crazy.
Ways. Yeah.
To play this game, like what? Like get out of here. This is so inventive and very bold. Like I just hope that like it really does like play true to what it like they're promising, because if it comes out and it's anything less than that, it's going to be a huge bummer.
Yep, it's going to be a flop if they don't do that. Yeah. But if it is what they're promising, it looks pretty amazing. And I definitely want to play it.
It looks so good. Like I know it looks a little like very cartoony. It kind of reminds me of like the Life is Strange kind of games, like those style, like from Square. But this one looks great. Like I can't wait to play this. It reminds me of those like choose your own adventure books. But like this like puts it to shame, because like in choose your own adventure there's like 30 different like endings or whatever like that. But like with this, like over 148,000 different ways to play this game. Like that's just crazy.
That's insane.
Like the replayability on this, like it's almost like impossible that you'll have the exact same experience as anyone that plays it.
And that's what I'm wondering, is like how different are these? But in the trailer they seem very different. So that's the thing. So, but
like you'll see like it'll like change between night and day, and different characters and different situations, and the exact
different
same
roads. They say something about on road 86, on road da da da, and then it finally says road 96.
Yeah. So this is coming later this year. Very excited to check this one out.
I want to see it.
Yeah, this will be great. So
yeah, give it to me. All right.
Yes.
Next, we've got a game called Never Yield.
Yeah, by Aerial Knight.
Yes, and it seems really cool. It's like not endless runner, but it's like an auto runner. But there's so much more to it, like more mechanics, like jumping and sliding and like doing all these crazy flips and stuff like that.
I'm actually really gonna kind of Did you play the demo?
Oh, I have not.
Okay, I played the demo.
Does it suck?
It's not great.
Oh no.
I know. Unfortunately, I wanted to love this game too, because I do like these types of auto runners that have like parkour. Like there's an app on my phone that I used to play this game all the time called Vector. Not to be confused with Vector Man, but Vector is a game where you play as someone that's like they break out of like corporate America and they're like parkouring through like buildings or whatever. It's pretty trippy. But this game,
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge as well too. Yeah, it's another parkour
that
type
sounds
of game.
Like it. Yeah.
But this is, it's like a futuristic Tokyo is what it is. And the music is dynamite. It kind of reminds me of Cowboy Bebop. So if you're a fan of that anime, it's kind of like got that jazzy funk with a lot of horns and trumpets and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I really like it for the music wise. Now, this game is very basic. Like there are 4 buttons. That's it. That's all you do. Okay. And you can play it with one controller, because so you play with either the D-pad or you can play with the A, X, Y, and Z. I can't remember what it is, or A, B, X, and Y. And if you push up, you're gonna jump up, and if you push left, you're gonna jump mid, and if you push down, you're gonna slide, and if you hold right, you're gonna sprint as fast as you can. That's it. That's the entire game. Now, some of the animations, like it looks better if you wait till the last second to do it, but you can do the animation as soon as like the thing slows down, and then you'll be able to perform it. But like I was finding here in the demo that when I was doing the move even early, like I would end up like halfway through the mechanic that I'm supposed to be dodging, and it just didn't make sense to me. And I will say that when you do die, it does bring you back super quick. It's like lightning quick. And
That's
you don't
good.
go back like to the beginning of the game. There's like checkpoints throughout. In the trailer, you'll see like purple kind of like, I don't know, like teleport, like a little like bubbles or whatever like that come up here. You'll see that in the demo or in the trailer right here, like where like you'll get through an obstacle or whatever, and then like they'll something like pop up underneath your feet, and that's sort of like a checkpoint. So if you die, that's where you'll come back to.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's, again, it doesn't break the gameplay. I would say that, like I said, the only thing that I really didn't care for was just that it is very basic, and it's I don't know. It wasn't
enough
for me.
Depth.
Yeah,
well,
not enough depth.
That's why they make demos. So
right.
All right.
So hopefully it changes, but I don't see that changing much because it's coming out on May 19th. So if you like these types of games, it's probably going to be something that you'll be into if you like these kind of runner games. So I mean, if it's something that you kind of want, like something mindless to kind of like just zone out to and play, go for it
with good music.
Yeah, great music. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. So this next one is a double header.
Yeah, from Annapurna. So this is Last Stop in Hindsight.
Yep. So let's get this queued here. So yeah, so this has a super, like, I don't even know how to say, like, I don't know, very simple art aesthetic, but then also it's very detailed too. Like I don't know, it kind of looks like it switches between different things here. What do you think?
Well, so these are two different video games.
Right now, this?
Yeah, so this is Last Stop right here.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other one with the girl with the mirror that you were looking at, that was Hindsight.
Oh, whoops.
Yes. No, it's all good.
They showed both of them, I guess, at the beginning.
Back to back, yeah. So these were two games that are coming from the same developer.
Yeah,
so
I got that.
Yeah. So this is Last Stop. This one's coming out sooner. So this isn't coming out in July, but this is a sci-fi game.
Aliens.
Sci-fi adventure game that's based on the trailer. It looks very trippy. It's like weaving three different storylines into one, and I don't really know how it's going to fit together, honestly. And this is right here. What you're saying now is Hindsight.
Okay, so this is the one that looks super simple looking.
Yeah. But
cool.
What it is it's a journey through a girl's life from birth to death. So nice. Like you'll like, it's kind of like a very interactive story type with maybe puzzles or something, or choices to the game that makes it different. But as you see, like as you're watching the trailer, you're seeing her go through different stages and bounce between, being an adult and going back to childhood, and then going into, further on into her adult life when she's owning a house and everything. So it looks really trippy. I'm not sure what to make of this game as of yet. I don't know if either game, like what the style is going to be like, or what, is it just a puzzle game? Is the first one more of a, adventure game? Like, is it just a story game? Like, I have no idea. Right. And so, one of the, I'm hoping that, with more, more details will come about either of these games, because right now I no idea what like type of game I'd be playing.
Yeah. Last Stop does look cool though, but they don't really, it looks more story driven. They don't really show like what the gameplay is going to look like. So
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yes. But
that's probably why they put them both together in the trailer.
Yep. So Last Stop, like I said, is coming in July, and then Hindsight is going to be later on this year. So we should probably see that, I would say, fall time, maybe early winter. But
there you go. Well, this is a game anyone can wrap their head around. So next up, we got Ali Ali World, which it's about time they made something like this. It's like sounds like an open world skating, adventure exploration thing with multiple people. Did it say that?
No, not at first. I mean, if there was another article about that, maybe they released some details afterwards here. But yeah, no, this is so this is actually this is sort of the same realm. So Ali Ali, is a game that already exists. Like there was already like this is a series. Yeah. So this is taking it to the sort of the next level. Previously, it just been like more of a 2D kind of game. Now they're stylizing into more of a 3D.
It's more and we should clarify, it's less 3D and more like planes, right? Like Little Big Planet, where you have a front, back, and center pane or a plane.
Right. And then right here in these situations, this is 3D. Right, and those little cutscenes or whatever like that, where he was talking with like the the giant frog, and then like the he was messing
Right.
around with the big machine or whatever, like the Zoltar or whatever. But like here it's a 2D, and so like it sort of like interweaves itself into like 2 and 3D, which is pretty cool. You know, kind of a nice segue. So I'd be interested in checking this game out. It doesn't look too complicated. It doesn't look like there's a crazy balancing mechanism.
No, I think it's
like
going to
a
be
Tony
just
Hawk.
like the other Ollie games, but
Gotcha.
you know, with more adventure and like looking around and unlocking areas and things like that.
Cool.
It seems to
Cool.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that one looks like it's that one is set to come out this winter. So just be on the lookout for that. So that'll be Ollie World. So yeah, World.
All right. This game it kind of blew my mind. The style is so crazy. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, a Tim Burton kind of old storybook kind of thing. So this is called The Longing, right? And basically you are what can you describe it? I forget what they said.
So it is like a shadow. Like you play as like a shade or something like that, like underground. And it's literally you're spending 400 days trapped in this vast underground kingdom and just trying to find things to occupy your time with. And it's 400 real life days.
That
so
sounds insane.
I know, it's so crazy. Like it makes me want to get this game just to know what the king does, because like you see all these different spots where he's like walking around because the king's not up yet. And then it's just crazy. So
did
I don't
we
know.
clarify that? Did we say that he's waiting for this master? Like he's a servant and he's waiting for this master to return.
Well, no, that's him right there sleeping in that chair.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah, he's waiting for him to wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so like he kind of reminds me of like Dobby from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what it is. And
he's kind of cute.
He's just trying to kill some time. But this is one of those out now games. So this one is already out there. You can get it if you want to.
That's awesome.
And just check it out. Again, I'm not entirely sure how long this game is, you know, if it's going to be compelling enough to play all 400 days, or if it's something like you pick up, put down, and then don't think about it for like a week, and then you like go back to it and you put it down, and you know, so
it definitely is very interesting, and it does. Yeah, it's intriguing. It makes me want to buy it just so I can answer those questions.
Exactly.
Did you happen to see how much it costs?
I believe it's either $15 or $20, and like the $14.99 or $19.99. So I mean, it's not a full price game, and as an indie game, it's it's relatively decently priced.
That's great.
Yeah. So this is from Studios Fleece. I don't know how to pronounce the thing, but as you can see, like here, at the beginning of that trailer, his bookcase and like the walls were bare, and there was like a few things, and then like later on in the end of that trailer, it fills out completely, and then he's got more light in his what looks to be his room.
Can we talk about this too? Like how slow the character moves? Like I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah,
like, he just said the dialogue of the character just said like, "No need to go fast. I have plenty of time," or something like that. And it's like that would annoy the hell out of me. Like, are we really going to be walking around for 400 days at like a really slow pace?
Yeah,
because in games I typically just like run everywhere.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I get mad if there's not a fast travel button.
I want this though. I want to check it out.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. If you get it, let me know.
I will. I will tell you. Do you want me to tell you what happens at the end?
I do.
It's going to be a couple years or a year.
Yeah, a year. Yeah, a little over a year. So I'd be interested to see, because it'll be like almost like E3 time next year that everyone that bought it like day one will know exactly what happens.
Well, you know what's going to happen. Somebody is just going to change their clock on the Switch, and then they'll be able to get it down.
Do you think that'll work?
Probably. Switch usually does, because I'm pretty sure you can do that with Animal Crossing too.
Okay. And get to the get to the different holiday events.
How did they test this game? That seems like
I don't know.
It would take forever.
Right. Did they like start on this game like 3 years ago and like was like, all right, we got to play through it once. Okay, these were the bugs that we encountered through day. Yeah, like that's
day
wild.
800 or day 200 or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Wild.
It looks cool. I'm going to check it out. All right, this one, There Is No Game.
Yeah.
Is what this is called, and this looks fun and whimsical. So it's a game about not being a game.
Exactly.
But it's a bunch of games. It kind of reminds me of like WarioWare.
Yeah. So you like break through, like at first like is like, hey, look, this is really not a game at all, and like you can't play anything, and then all of a sudden like you break the computer and it like creates these different types of games that are very similar to like games that we've grown up playing a
you
lot.
Got Zelda in there. I saw Day of the Tentacle. Actually, there was some like Sierra point and click adventure game stuff in there.
Yeah, there was like
Space Invaders, Pinball.
Yep.
Yeah,
all that's
awesome.
all within. There is no game. So this is another one of those out now games. So it's sort of a comedy kind of point and click adventure game by Draw Me a Pixel. So this looks pretty interesting. I I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be one that I'm going to pick up. I might check out reviews on it first before.
Totally WarioWare though. If you've played WarioWare, it looks exactly like that. Like a lot of mini games, stuff like that.
For sure. But yeah, if you check it out, let us know what you think of it. I'm not sure how much this was. I don't remember the cost on it, but
I'm gonna guess no more than $15.
Yeah, probably. I would say that's probably correct.
Yeah.
But we come to the king of the show.
Yeah.
This is literally the king, the pick of the year, the pick of the year.
Hey, you don't have to do that. I have this, if I can find it here. There we go.
Game of the year.
I wasn't ready for that one. Ninja Turtles, baby.
Ninja fucking Turtles, man. This is 90s arcade gold, bro. This is what I dream of when I think about my childhood, bro.
Yep, totally. It's just like the old arcade cabinet, except it's all brand new.
Yeah.
And it looks like they have upgraded some of the graphics, but they're also staying true to the original style, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mix between the two. I actually kind of feel like at some points it kind of looks like Game Boy Advance, which is right, like where the sprites are kind of like squished a little.
Yeah. I would say the turtles look a little bit more grainy versus the foot soldiers.
Mm-hmm. I like the foot soldiers that are programming on computers.
I know.
Or they're probably trolling people on the internet.
Right, exactly. Oh, but man, it looks so good. I like can't wait to play this. I know that it's coming to other platforms, so that I don't know, yeah, I know. So I'm gonna probably pick it up for something other than the Switch if I'm just being completely honest. I know this is the Switch indie, show or whatever, but just for streaming wise, and then also for playing with friends, like I want to be able to play with the most amount of people I possibly can. So sure. I'm probably either going PlayStation or PC.
Hey, we got a lot of friends with Switch though.
I know. I just meant like I do also want to just stream as well too, and I don't want to buy a capture card for all that nonsense.
That's true.
So yeah, I just remember going to Chuck E. Cheese for the 90s arcade cabinet. Because that was like the top one that I ever wanted to play, and I just remember like I didn't care about playing any other game. I didn't care about the tokens. Look, there's even the nostalgia pizza in there, like to get your health back. Like this is so good. But this is probably where my love of pizza came from, was the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
my love of pizza and my fandom of martial arts,
ninjas, and mutants.
Yeah. But this
I can't wait.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I can't wait. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, so good, so good. I mean, couch co-op or online with friends. Coming later this year, so I'm super stoked for it.
Very nice. Okay.
Yes.
Next we have Chris Tales. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yep.
Very stylized RPG, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. This is actually kind of in the sense it's a little bit more action RPG to an extent, because there is a little bit more like you do select abilities.
It is turn-based though, right?
It is. You're absolutely right. It is turn-based. But it does have a little bit more features to it, as in like you can like your attack, you can do double the amount of damage if you push attack
I love
at
that.
the right time.
That was a mechanic that as far as I remember, Super Mario RPG introduced, at least to me. And I've always wanted that mechanic in every RPG after that. And I even programmed myself, or that game programmed me rather, to always hit A, just in case the game lets you get that second attack.
Yeah.
Always.
So it does that, but then it also at the same time you can also use it for defense wise too. So like when you're playing this game, you can actually parry or like evade a moves like at the last second by pushing A as well. So
Nice.
not only is it a feature to use for attack, but it's also great for defense. And what this game is, I got to play the demo of it too because it's out there. This game has actually been showcased before from Switch, and it's just straight up just gorgeous. And it usually what it does is it utilizes time control. So like as you can see on the screen here in the trailer, you can break up the time on either side of the
cool.
the things. Yeah, so like so in the demo you fight these sisters that use this giant shield, and the only way to beat them is to actually get their shield wet in the present time and then send them to the future where it rusts
Nice.
because of the water. Yeah, so that makes them it makes them vulnerable to attacks at that point. So their defense goes down. So it's a really cool way to balance that all out. And then but just walking around in the town, like you could see like how the town's like on part of the section of the game, like you'll see like, so the center of you, think of it like a triangle. So there's a triangle that goes down the middle of the screen, and so the middle part is going to be like the present day, and the portion to your left is going to be what happened in the past, and then the portion to the right is going to be what happens in the future.
Nice.
So again, everything within the triangle is present, and then outside of the triangle is going to be relative to what side you're looking at. And so like you can see when you first start off, when you get this ability, because you're chosen to be a time mage by this goddess, and you sort of accrue a team and everything like that and get together with them, and then I don't know, save the world. I'm guessing it's very typical fantasy style type of game, but this game, again, you can see like the origins of like people, like you can like see people like become children that were adults in the present, and then you can actually see them as they get older too in the future. Like, so if you pan over or walk by them a few different ways, and then it's really cool, you can like see like how the at the beginning, and this is going to be really cool to see like how your choices make a difference in this game, because you start off in this town, you get this ability, and you can see that both of these buildings, one has a family in it and one has the alchemist in the game in another building, and both of them experience like this wood rot, and it's going to ruin their house. It's going to collapse the house, and then that person will be homeless, or their shop will be under. And so you have to decide between saving the alchemist shop, which can provide healing for the town, or this family. That's just a family, and you feel bad for them, but so like it's just those choices will be for you to make with the time, and you can't save everybody. So I feel like there'll be some replayability here in the game. So I'm actually really excited about this. Again, the art style is great, the music is great. So the demo's available. Check it out. It's coming out in July.
Nice.
No use.
Chris Tales. Give it to me. Definitely looks interesting. All right.
Yep.
This next one that we have here is very interesting looking. So it's like a very traditional. Yes. How do you say that?
Getsufumanen.
Nice. Dan would butcher that. So is this like a Metroidvania kind of action?
It is a Roguevania
thing?
Yeah. It's a Roguevania 2D,
but set in like ancient Japan kind of thing.
So this is like traditional Japanese ukiyo art.
Nice.
So it's got like this killer soundtrack. Like this is like traditional like art style for that, but it's all about like traversing the underworld. So this is so this story is about this, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe like a demon hunter or demon slayer or something like that that's going through like this mythology of Japanese lore and fighting these different monsters and demons and things as he's going through. So I'm really stoked for this game. There wasn't a whole lot more information because this game is not coming out until 2022, but it looks so badass. Like
it does. The art style is just insane.
Yeah, right. And it's a great game for Konami to make too. Like this is so this is being partnered. I think Konami is the publisher, the developer is Guru. So again, great, beautiful. It looks like awesome. Yeah, the action and the art style is really cool. Can't wait to try this one out.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we've got Aztec Forgotten Gods.
Yep.
So this started out with a cool, like, little ancient, temples and things like that, showing off the, history And this looks really interesting. So it's like takes place like way in the future or something.
It's kind of futuristic, yes. Like they're like futuristic robots and whatnot like that. But the idea is that this female warrior, this Aztec warrior, she has to go battle these colossal sized gods.
Yes.
So like that, I believe was Quetzalcoatl. Was the big dragon guy, because in there that's where Quetzalcoatl comes from. But like that's what this game is going to be all about. I'm so stoked for this game. It almost is like if you took oh goodness, why am I thinking what's the Colossal game that got remade for PlayStation 4?
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So it's like Shadow of the Colossus mixed with like Aztec culture and then also sci-fi.
Okay.
Like I'm so stoked for this game because like she like climbs up on these robots and like just assembles them.
Just flying around the world and stuff.
Yeah.
This looks way better than Shadow of the Colossus in terms of like the controls. It looks way more fluid.
Yeah. I'm super pumped for this, and like there's upgrading of your giant arm that's like your god-killing arm. Oh, so badass. But this is really cool. It's actually from Lenzio, and I believe they are a Spanish like they're actually from like south of the border, like developer wise. So it's very cool, for them to kind of represent their culture and their heritage and things like that within this game. So really stoked for this. This one's coming in the fall, so just be on the lookout for that. And again, it looks badass. So
I'm gonna have to be reminded of all these awesome games that are going to be coming out.
Right?
I'm sure they'll release some more trailers and stuff, but they just keep getting better and better. This next one looks awesome. Skull the Hero Slayer. Like, I just love the art style. I can't get enough of like the 16-bit, but with like newer effects and things like that. That those graphics just look awesome.
Yeah. Oh, they not only look awesome, but like, have you ever wanted to play like the villain in the story? I mean, like, that's what you play, and like the way that you switch to like the different persons that you play as you change out your head.
That's right.
Yeah. So like you change out like the skull that you're like wearing or whatever, and then you become like something different. Like so, like right here, he's playing an archer, and like he'll play a mage at points depending on what like skull that he's wearing at that time. So I'm super pumped for this game. This game looks so badass. It reminds me very much like Metroidvania in the sense of like here he is as a clown. Like it's so cool. But it reminds me very much like Hollow Knight. There it is.
Nice.
Yeah. So
yeah, totally. I was gonna say that too. I was thinking that yesterday when I was getting these video clips together. I'm like, man, this totally reminds me of Hollow Knight, and I forgot what the other game it was that I was thinking of, but yeah, it looks awesome. Skull the Hero Slayer.
I was also gonna say, kind of reminds me a little bit of Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. I love Shovel Knight. That's on my. I beat it, but that's on my list, my wish list for Switch because I got it for Wii U, and so I don't have it anymore, obviously, because it was digital. But so I don't want to buy it again on Switch until it gets like really cheap, which it is not getting really cheap because they keep coming out with like all these upgrades for it and like add-ons and stuff, and they keep packaging it into newer versions, so it's still like $20-$30, right? Which is a good it's a good deal, but I already paid that. I don't want to pay it again.
Right, for sure.
I have a thing with that double paying. Although I will buy Mario over and over and over again apparently, so
right. Can't get enough of Mario 1.
Yeah. All right. This blew my mind. I think this is so funny and nostalgic. I don't know how great it's going to be, but still, it's kind of cool. So House of the Dead, what is it called? Resurrected? It's cut off.
I think it's remake.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're right. Remake. Yep.
Okay.
It was cut off in my note here.
Oh, gotcha. So this is being remastered here. I believe this is the same company that did Panzer Dragoon from last year, but this is Forever Entertainment and Megapixel Studio. They are working together to create this super classic zombie arcade game for the Switch. So this will be great. You'll be able to play, I believe, co-op and even I think maybe even online. I didn't mention online, but I imagine at least co-op for sure, like local co-op.
Online would be interesting.
Yeah. So this will be really cool. Like, first off, like if you have two controllers, which every Switch does, you'll be immediately be able to take both controllers off and play with both controllers. So
that's
no more
amazing.
you have to double pay for those arcade games, to use both goddamn guns.
You know what? That was exactly what the Switch was meant for. Like you don't see a lot of games, you don't see a ton of games leaning into that, but like assuming or understanding like, oh, there's always the ability to have 2 players built into the system. Like that's a huge selling point. You don't need an extra controller. You don't need anything. You know that person, has 2 controllers, which is super cool. This game is perfect for that.
That's so good. So good for it. I can only think of a handful. Like Mario Kart's probably my favorite to play so far like that because, again, you immediately get to play with 2 people with Mario Kart. You just, that's awesome.
This looks pretty good, too. The graphics on
it looks
this.
Great. It looks great.
It definitely looks better than the arcade, I remember.
Yeah.
I feel like, because that was like super blocky, and have you ever gone back and like seen the old like House of the Dead or like Time Crisis and stuff like that? Yeah, they look like shit.
They do look pretty bad. But I'm not sure when this game is set to come out. They didn't have any, because this was part of like sort of the so there was like about 10 or 12 games that they showcased like legitimately, and then they had like a sort of a roundup trailer with like 10 more games in like a section of like 5 minutes where they showed a couple trailers, like little snip clips or whatever. So like they had like games like Fez, which came out in 2012 on the PC and everything. Fez. And then that's getting ported. They also had that rally kart game that's also coming to Xbox. For like it's like a go-karts or whatever like that. Well, not go-karts, they're like tiny cars. But anyway, so that one's coming. There's a bunch of really cool little ones, but this House of the Dead was part of that, and I think that was probably the star of that little mini showcase.
Yes, but I did get the footage from the actual trailer, so that was it was a little bit longer because then in that sizzle reel thing it was very short.
Yeah. For sure.
And then they did the classic, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, there's one more.
And that was Oxenfree 2.
Yes.
Lost Signals. So did you play the original Oxenfree?
I didn't. Did you?
I did, and I beat it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not that like crazy. It's it's not I guess I should say it's not that much of an achievement because it's more of just like a story kind of. Like there isn't a lot of puzzles or anything really. It's very linear.
Okay.
But it's story driven, so it's it's a cool story, and you can see like here they're playing with like radio frequencies and stuff like that. There's a little bit of that in the original game, if I recall. And there's like some jump scares, which is funny because it's like, a side-scrolling, like cartoony looking game. So and it's very zoomed out. So like doing a jump scare kind of thing would be kind of hard to do in that scenario, but they do it.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, but they do it, and so it's pretty good. It looks kind of creepy and mysterious. And
it has Stranger vibes to me, so that's why I'm pretty stoked on this. I might pick it up. I probably want to play the original first because I guess this is set 5 years after the events of the original game, and it still stars Riley, so she's still the main character, and she returns to her hometown to investigate some radio frequencies that are causing some disturbances. And this is going to have a whole new cast of characters, so she's really the only one that's going to be a repeat from the first game. And then so you'll get to experience the game with brand new characters, which is pretty cool. And then this will again you'll shape the story and the world with like the decisions that you make throughout the game. So again, it's another one of those games that I'm really excited to play because your playthrough is going to be different than my playthrough more than likely. And
did the first one have that? Because I don't remember that, but I only played it once. I don't know. Never played it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was some replayability there.
Yeah.
I don't think there was. Because it didn't seem like I don't feel like I made any decisions that would have made any. I'm not even sure I made any decisions other than like some silly dialogue choices. Because it is very like high school. Like they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that so and so is talking about you behind your back.
For sure. So
it's to me it was kind of like, I didn't really think it was like the greatest game ever, but I was kind of disappointed when I finished it, but there was some cool stuff that they did in it, and the story was okay. So, but I know it's really highly regarded too. So,
cool.
Not trying to shit on Oxenfree here.
Right on.
So maybe I'll check it out. We'll see.
Yeah. Totally.
Sale price.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep things moving with the shooter roundup. Oxenfree.
Bing, bing.
Ollie Oxenfree. God, do you think anyone would ever listen to this show if I talked like that the whole time?
We should do a poll on
Discord.
This
is terrible. Who is this? Who's this guy think he is?
It's Kermit the Frog. So really the only shooter roundup we have this week is for Fortnite. So Fortnite's added an Aloy. Fortnite Tales from the Fort.
Tales from the Fort.
So we're getting Aloy and Lara Croft is getting added to the pool of
have already been added.
Have they? Okay,
I think
good.
so. I saw an advertisement for an advertisement for advertisement.
Advertisement, yes.
Yeah, on PlayStation, the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, so that I think that they're doing the advertisement because it was supposed to come out the 16th.
Advertisement.
Yes, advertisement. Yes, sorry. So it was supposed to come out the 16th is when the event was supposed to run from the 16th through I believe the 18th. So that would have been today. However, they ran into a bug. Epic ran into a bug when they were trying to put the mode in.
Yikes!
Because what it is, it's a duo system where it's just like those heroes playing together. So it's like it's you and one other person. You're playing either Aloy or Lara Croft, and so either you're Aloy with bow or you're Lara Croft with dual pistols, and you're trying to get the victory royale as a duo. And there's limited weapons too, like for crafting wise, you can only craft bows for Aloy, and with Lara Croft you can only craft dual pistols for her. So that's just how it's going to roll. And so with this, they ran into some issues with the mode, and it was affecting enough of the user base where they said, all right, well, we got to get this addressed. So it's supposed to actually come out the week of the 19th. So I'm imagining probably it'll be up by next weekend. And they'll be doing that again next weekend. So send us your pictures. I'd love to see those duos. I don't play Fortnite, but I think that's super cool that they keep bringing in different modes and experimenting with that game. So
for sure, I want to play with the dinosaurs on there.
Right?
That sounds crazy.
I know.
All right, that's all we've got for you guys this week. Remember, Super Joystick Radio is a weekly show, so please subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast application, iTunes. Become a patron at patreon.com/superjoystickradio. $1 gets you early access to the audio version of the show. $3 gets you exclusive access to the show notes and access to the SJR Banter archives, where we have a bunch of stuff that's been cut from before, during, and after shows. And there's a huge collection of silly things on there that you can check out. $5 gets all those, plus a Discord badge on our server and a mention on the show. Shout out right now to all of our $5 patrons: Phil Lynch, Joe Halder, Rob Biltunis, Nick, last name not specified, Chrissy, Caitlin, Justin D, Maddie Deebs, hey, you missed it,
I'm sorry,
C Fresh, and Jay Schmed.
Lucio May.
Nice. Very, very well done. I appreciate that. All tiers also get discounts in the merch store, where you can find things like SJR socks.
Ooh,
we should have those. Yeah.
Right? For sure. Like tube socks, like old school 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And other things.
Yes.
There's
Shorts.
many other things. SJR razors for shaving your beard, which you should never do.
No, definitely
just
not.
trim it up a little bit.
I guess. Occasionally.
Follow us on Twitter at SJoystickRadio. Follow us on Instagram at SuperJoystickRadio. Subscribe on YouTube for Let's Plays and streams and all of our video episodes, which you should definitely go check out because we have a lot of gameplay footage, especially on this one, so you can see what we're talking about.
Whoop, whoop.
Sub to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/SuperJoystickRadio. Thanks to the people that are in the chat right now watching us stream this live. We appreciate you guys being here and definitely enjoy interacting with your comments and everything. We want you guys to be part of the show. So please join us on Twitch. We usually do it every Sunday morning, somewhere around 10. Sometimes it's on Saturday, though. And we'd love to have you guys in the show with us so we can interact with you. You can also visit superjoystickradio.com for all of our social media links and the merch store. You can also join our Discord channel on our website. You can also just see what's been being talked about on our Discord channel on our website without even signing up or anything. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
So you can see what what games they're talking about and things like that. So shout out right now to our awesome Discord users. I finally got back into Discord and realized again that I had my stupid Do Not Disturb on because we used to use it for the video for this show. So I didn't want things popping up, while we're broadcasting. And so I've been missing like all these messages and conversations for like a month. I feel terrible, but I turned it back on, so I'm available now, and I do plan to I have read some stuff, and said a few things. But
Nice.
I love you, Discord.
Much love. Much love.
You guys need to get in the Twitch chat here. All right.
Well, we do set up, Wednesday night game nights, typically around 8 p.m. Central. Last couple of weeks, we've been doing Overwatch. Unfortunately, no biters on that. So we're going to have to find a new game. So you guys throw something out there. We'd love to be able to, find a game that you guys would want to play.
Killer
we'll get
Queen
that together.
Black.
Yeah, we can do that.
We used to play that on the SJR game nights, and that was super fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So hit us up with your ideas. We'd love to, jump in there. Like I said, I'm playing Overwatch this week just to get that event out of the way. But if you're on, hit me up. I'd be happy to play with you. And then, if you want to play some Warcraft 3 and just slaughter me, go for it. Yeah, we'll get together. We can.
He's the
stream it up
punching
together.
bag.
Yeah, I literally am.
All right, leave us a text or a voicemail, please, via the SJR hotline, 630-551-8898. That's 630-551-8898. All you got to do is punch it into your phone right now and send us a little message. It doesn't have to be anything other than just sup.
Yep.
Sup, bro.
Sup, bro.
That's fine. All right. Get in on the conversation. We'd love to hear your feedback or topic ideas on any platform. Like a grade school birthday party, nobody leaves empty-handed. Here's your goodie bag for the week. Justin, what do you have for the good people?
I've got a few of them. I just want to go over them really quickly. So Mythic Quest, I know I've mentioned it before. They just added a new episode on Apple Plus, and they announced the second season. Great game. It's about literally a company that makes an MMO. It's from the creators of Always Sunny. So again, if you're a fan of that show and you love to laugh, this is a great show to watch. It's on Apple Plus. So take a look at that. Also, if you're a fan of South Park, Adidas is selling Towelly shoes. It's super fucking awesome. They're $100. They're actually only on sale on 420. So
wow.
It's got,
why would that be?
I don't know. Why would that be? But if you
don't
take them
forget
out
your towel.
Don't forget your towel. Man, I have no idea what's going on right now.
I'm so high.
I'm so high. But if you take him out into the sun, his eyes actually turn red.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Dead fucking serious.
The shoes?
Yes, his eyes on the
What?
shoes, like on the tongue, will turn red.
That's
like
amazing.
His eye. Oh, it's so good. And then the last thing I did want to mention here too is Epic's got 3 games they're selling right now for Deponia, The Pillars of Earth, and First Tree. These are free games they're giving away through the 22nd. I just want to mention those real quick because if you like some games, the First Tree looks pretty cool. It's actually all of them look pretty cool, and they're free. So go make a free account on it. For free. Go make a free account on Epic right now and get those games because you get them all for free. And next week is Alien Isolation. So if you're a fan of the Alien series, it's that. What do you got, buddy?
I have Double Dare on Paramount Plus, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's nostalgia.
Not just the one from 2 years ago, but actually the 90s versions, which is so cool to be able to go back and watch the obstacle courses because they tell you all these different prizes, that they're going to win, and it's all old shit that we loved, like our whole childhood. It's so great.
It's like you'll get a 32-inch ZeniMax TV.
Yeah. Well, the one that I flipped out about was there's a video camera from Fisher Price that recorded on audio cassette tapes, and I had that as a kid, and I saw it on the thing, and I'm like, oh, that's the thing. I used to have that. Super cool.
Did you see on there that they have Nickelodeon Arcade as well?
Yes, that's my next thing I'm gonna watch.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. That's one of my all-time favorite shows.
All right. Well, that's all we've got for you guys this week. Thanks for listening. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.